Hello, beautiful loved ones. Happy Friday.
Good morning, breakfast time from a sunny, beautiful, sacred day in Washington, D.C.
Very windy, but no chemtrails, pure sun.
And delight.
And let's
So
show you a
nice.
little bit. We have our, where is it even? Can you see? Breakfast here. And we're just sitting here. First, set for a while, taking in this first solar sun. I made a post about it, and the spirit of the wind, and how incredible it is. Like, this is actually the second day we have not seen any chemtrails here in the suburbs of Washington, D.C.
Very, very beautiful.
Which is usually just filled with chemtrails. For this, and that's our powder board. We're trying to figure out whether we can take it out into the little
I think we
lake.
can.
We can.
Because you know what?
behind
The
her.
parks are closed, so there's no rangers to get us, so I think we're fine. We're on water, nobody will find us, except the animals.
The animals. So we kind of like rebellions, Michael and I. But listen, I wanted to just turn this on for a moment. Let me just see if I can drop this a little bit and adjust it a little as Michael is eating, so I don't have to put my head up so high either. So Michael and I, as usually, when we have breakfast, we like to sit and talk and get really deep and go over a lot of conversations and what's moving through him, what's moving through me. And one of the things that I really wanted to share from my heart that Michael and I haven't talked about this yet, is just coming through me. I wanted to put a reminder out that in this time right now, during this quarantine, during this man-made virus, during the collapse of economy, during all these, oh, nice weed, huh? Somebody's smoking here.
The sweet Jah
Wow.
Pasta.
Wow, that's some serious. Anyway, to each their own. To each their own. But anyway, during this phase, one of the things that's very important to keep in your heart is that there is a lot of frequency that is behind the dark force that is part of all that's taken place, all that's been planned, all that has been programmed, that's for years very meticulously oriented, that it is now that it wants to find any way and all ways to come between the bonds of the light workers. I have done several videos on this, but I feel there's no greater reminder than right now that many of us light workers, depending on the timeline in which we're operating from, we are accessing the dimensional reality based on our ascension expansion. So some may be experiencing it in a certain way, timeline, while another one, and all of it is correct. There's no wrong here. It's just the way they're able to experience the outer reality based on where they're. Michael is enjoying his rosemary bread, by the way, in case you're wondering, and his
super delicious.
and this is his Persian tea, so he's having a feel that you can see him like,
I'm
that's a good wine, you should eat it, finish it.
This rosemary bread is the most delicious. You put
It's
a little
so good.
coconut oil with some goat cream cheese, and honey's on a roll right now, so I'm just biting into it.
Enjoy. So what I wanted to say is, be mindful, be heartful that there is this energy that wants to come between the Lightworker network, the StarSeed network, the Galactic network, the Earth Angel network. So because we do have individually our differences from our human perception, so these are even seen greater in our outer reality. And one of the most important things is to really recognize that whether you are a Q follower, or whether you're a Cobra follower, or you are following, for example, mainstream, or whatever it is, there's no judgment here. My only thing is that here's also that the real virus that we continue to speak about is the virus of fear. That's the true virus. That's the pandemic that spreads everyone, and it's designed to separate people, isolate people, and bring out their ugliest. There is a blessing behind it, because you do get to be, while you're quarantined, because you cannot be distracted, all your shit does surface, and it is part of your recognition of that in which is playing on the outer field is part of you. When you clear this in you, you're also clearing that which is the dark force and all of that. I spoke quite a bit of this on my video live stream yesterday. I'm going to give this to Michael in a second. So no, if we in a spiritual community with many of the light workers, one of the things that I'm very stern about is I cannot get between people's friendships that are falling apart. We ourselves are noticing that there's certain friendships that are shifting again based on where we experience this multi-dimensional reality in our ascension right now, that has to do with corona, that has to do with quarantine, that has to do with this time-space reality. So we are in a very different place that may trigger, hi babe, that may trigger many individuals, and we can see that also dismantling. So having said that, Michael, I'm going to give this to you. I just want to finish this. I keep saying, because we're always in the same thought field.
I know, because I want to say something right on what you just said.
So as a result, we do have, we are holders of space. We do have individuals that we witness that their friendships are shifting, and I'm choosing to hold this greatest space of love and light for each, but I cannot get between what has happened, only to between the individuals. But just to remind, please note, this is not the time to go through all the challenges within friendship. You gotta stay in the light, because this energy is designed to separate you from each other. So I just really wanted to put that reminder in. Come into your heart. There won't be as much differences really in your heart, and you experience this differently.
And what's so important that Honi said is, because this virus is feeding off of the highest level of fear within our collective, this time all the areas that we have not looked at within ourselves, the areas that we've suppressed, repressed, hidden, are now coming out, because this is a global energy that's impacting everyone. On certain days where energies and frequencies are moving through, we can see it and feel it in our body. We can see it when we rise in the morning, whether it's dreams or headaches or just our energetic field. And so it's important to really become aware that when these energies are moving through, that you're at your highest sensitivity, because one way or another, it's going to come out and clear. And so as it's coming out to clear, it's going to find those pieces that are some of our deepest wounds, some of our deepest energies from, rejection or abandonment or betrayal, moments that sometimes we feel, even as light workers, that we've moved beyond, or some that have spiritually bypassed, or some that just have kind of buried it because of our busyness of day-to-day action. The importance is to recognize that when that trigger comes along, not so quickly to blame or point the finger, but see,
or to act upon it, or end friendships like that.
But to really.
My point of this video is about friendships.
I know, and I'm bringing the point underneath it is the value is when that comes up, is to take personal recognition, to see that it is coming up to be cleared, and to sit within that, because before we want to look at our friendships, and usually it's our closest ones, because our closest ones are the ones that we feel the most comfortable to communicating to. And as we communicate to them, it's always important to come back to love and compassion, and most important, acceptance, because they're just teaching you. And not only in the forgiveness of what has happened, but the self-forgiveness of what's being come up to be healed. And so it's so important, because this fear right now, as it's expanding and contracting and expanding and contraction. These waves come at times where we could be the most tired, sleepy, angered with our loved ones. When we're in our quarantine time, our vulnerabilities are going to come up to its highest level. So I wanted to share that because I feel that we're aware of it, but when it hits us personally in the heart, it's to take greater responsibility, really to recognize the gift that's coming up to be healed, because all that is here for acceptance, for awareness, and ultimately to be released into collective by surrendering to it and not trying to use what I feel is the fundamental level that's being cleared is our judgment of it. Because the more we judge it, we're creating so much pain for others, because it's just our limited beliefs that are being placed out in the illusional phase that's coming forth. So I wanted to share that because I feel that as this fear is moving through, as it's coming within light workers, even families, within all individuals, I feel like it's come upon all of us that it's important to take recognition of.
I totally agree with Michael, and I again, like, I feel it's very important to if there's certain things that just don't add up at all, honor yourself for sure, but don't be too quick to end friendships, especially with another light worker, with another starseed, with another galactic family, earth angel, because they see things one way, you see things another way. See what you can see through your heart in the same place, and know this is a time that light workers unite very strongly, not go apart. And I feel this is very important. Some of the messages we get that people that we know within community want to talk to us, and we can only hold the space of light and love for individuals, but not again get involved with the dynamics, because that's not where we're positioned. And we're here to respect all, unless there's something like truly vicious that we have been a witness to, then that's just not acceptable. So
to be anchors of love, to shine the love, to be examples of this love, because that's ultimately what we're here to do, is to bring our highest love through and radiate that in all situations, in all circumstances. It's the compassion through the heart that speaks in our actions and in our responses in each and everything we do. So it is this love that I feel is being anchored right now, and how interesting this dark wants to find every single way to distract you from that love, to close your heart.
To separate us. Again, Michael, my whole point of this video is about the light worker communities.
Okay.
So
well, that's part of it.
That is part of it. So to watch yourself, so that your bonds with the light worker friendships, starseed friendship all across, is not being handed over literally to this dark force that wants to find any kind of loophole within you to come in to separate you from these bonds of light. So the key, what Michael said that's important, is about being more responsible for your triggers, like, and really handle the triggers. And like on a personal note, last night my sons were here and something was brought up, and as a mother, something really upset me, and I found myself feeling this level of anger rise, like really anger, and it was so interesting to be a witness of it. And I just let the tears flow through me, and when we went to bed, I just put my hands in my heart, and I took a deep shamanic purification breath, and I did that several times to just clear my field so I can go to bed from a very different place. And I slept very well, woke up, and I'm able to be a witness very clearly, and also choose to still come from love, and not give my energy at call to that anger. That anger is correct, it's justified, but not to act from that place. So I wanted to share that with you all. Wishing you a blessed day. Maybe you can come sit in the sun, if there is sun, and just let your vessel be bathed in this golden sun ray of light. Boost your energetic system. Thank you. And really receive the higher medicine, so that it can also wash whatever needs to wash out of your field, and then you can meet the person that maybe has had a conflict from a place of love, really from a place of love. So that was my inspired message that was just coming through that I wanted to share. Spirit was nudging me to share this. Anything else, Michael, you want to share?
I just feel that it's important to, as we spoke about it, in this time, really to respect everything that's going on within us, around us, and just stay as anchored and grounded as possible. Our friendships, our families, the beings that are closest around us are really our biggest teachers of forgiveness. And anything that they're doing to create a reaction or response, especially a reaction, it's important just to observe it, witness it, and see how sacred that is for that healing within. And that is our biggest gift, because at the end of the day, it's the compassion and kindness that we serve to ourselves and how we can communicate that to others.
So I hope everyone have a beautiful, blessed day before the global Stargate tomorrow and the mass meditation. We'll go into the meditation for 11:11 as well as 4:44 tomorrow, and we're taking part globally, but we won't take part in any specific group. We're called to do just ourselves and be much more inward tomorrow. So wherever you be, just join with the highest love, highest light, and we'll see you all also on Tuesday at 7:45 p.m. on our YouTube channel at Ascension Alchemists for our global silent meditation, holding the highest vision for Gaia and humanity.
And if by chance we don't have internet or computers working that night, please still join us. We'll still be going into that as we do every Tuesday night. And allow that energy, because we're still there to hold that space with communication or without communication.
Yes. Much love, everyone. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Aho.